I really like the sweetened breadcrumbs across the top. It gives me a flavour of almost like a coconut biscuit.
The actual rice pudding itself needs to be a lot sweeter, and it's a bit thick.
OK.
Um,
Oh, Gregg.
That's a thick old rice pudding, son. Look at that.
It's a bit of experimentation for me today. I've never cooked with samphire before.
so we today are your culinary guinea pigs.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm keeping both fingers tightly crossed.
How far do you think you might be able to go?
I'll be very grateful if I get through today, to be honest.
You've had 18 minutes. 18 minutes gone, very close to 20 minutes gone.
Why the sweet invention test for you?
It was a cake. I used to do a thing at school, ickle, chocolate buckle, and I did that in my head, and that's what it was. So it was basically tossing a coin.
Chocolate, box.
Ickle, chocolate buckle, ickle, out.
Carl, it's been lovely talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed the competition.
Honest, I'm not that mad. Wait to hear what's in my dish.
I prefer cooking savoury food. I'm not a big dessert person, unfortunately.
Such a shame, James. I was beginning to like you as well.
Yeah.
Rebecca, would your children eat this?
But some of it, yeah, my daughter would. She's good. The boys are fussy.
You've got 15 minutes left. You've only got 15 minutes.
I'm making a lemon tart with a raspberry coulis.
Is your pastry good?
Well, I'll wait for you to be the judge of that.
With just 6 minutes to go, we are on Operation Rescue from Judy.
You've got just 3 minutes left. Get it on a plate. That's your lot. Time's up.
James chose to use the pork chop from the savoury box and has served it with boulanger potatoes, honey-glazed carrots and a red wine sauce.
Whoa, oh yeah, it's like a brown sauce.
You cooked your pork quite well. Unfortunately, your red wine sauce is far too watery, and it won't coat the meat, so you're left feeling the pork's a little dry.
I do love your potatoes. Soft and lovely and seasoned really well with lashings of butter, and that's great. What you've got here is some really nice component parts, but it hasn't quite come together as a majestic dish.
It's amazing to do an invention test. You don't really appreciate how hard it actually is.
Ben went for the trout, which he baked whole and stuffed with samphire, chilli and lemon. He served it with butterbean puree and honey-glazed carrots.
Mm.
You haven't done samphire before. It tastes ghastly, but I'll forgive you. You've never cooked it before. However, you've cooked that fish very nicely, and I like your puree.
Just so you know from now on, treat samphire the same way you would asparagus.
Right.
So blanch it first, run it through some butter. It's a wonderful thing. Your trout is cooked really, really nicely, but you see when I peel back that skin how much more beautiful it was if you just take the time to present it.
Better than I thought. After I'd finished cooking the dish, I was unsure what to make of it. Could I have done better? Definitely.
Rebecca has cured her trout in lemon juice and served it with fried mushrooms and samphire, roasted carrots, and a soy dressing.
I was going to make trout fillets with garlic and thyme mash, and then I changed my plan halfway through.
But on a competition like this, you've got to have a firm plan. Work out what you're going to do, and then have the courage and convictions and stick to it.
I'm hoping it will taste nice. No, he doesn't like it. No.
I like the garlic in with the mushrooms. I'm nervous of the fish because it doesn't feel like a cured fish to me. It just feels like a partly cured, part raw one. And we've got parsley with veg.
Yeah.
If you change nearly all of the dish halfway through, it's unlikely to result in something splendid.
It's a bit of a mishmash, and for all the work, it doesn't really deliver on flavour.
Yeah, oh well, what a shame.
Thanks, Rebecca. Thank
Really
you.
sorry.
No, it's OK.
Terrible, it went awful. I changed my plan halfway through, so it was all a bit of a mess.
Ping has made soy-glazed garlic pork chop with mash, ginger-glazed carrots, and a sweet red pepper and coriander sauce.
I quite like it for a sort of fusiony, pork chop Asian-y thing. Your mashed potato is lovely and buttery and creamy. Your pork chop is wonderful and moist, and the crackling around the outside is crispy. Your carrots are beautifully cooked and glazed well with ginger. But mashed potato doesn't go with soy sauce.
I don't think you got the flavours absolutely right on that dish, but that doesn't stop me thinking that you are probably a decent cook, very decent cook.
My aim is to actually put everything together and put a smile on their face. But I'm quite pleased that it wasn't total disastrous.
Carl chose the sweet box and has made lime and ginger rice pudding with a sweet breadcrumb topping.
Oh, blimey, Cole. You got about 4 kilos of rice pudding in there.
I like my portions, don't I?
I really like the sweetened breadcrumbs across the top. It gives me a flavour of almost like a coconut biscuit.
The actual rice pudding itself needs to be a lot sweeter, and it's a bit thick.
OK.
Um,
Oh, Gregg.
That's a thick old rice pudding, son. Look at that.
Oh, dear.